on the line that is mentioned here. Now we take x1 equal to 0, so x2 equal to minus 3, and therefore 0 minus 3 is another point which is mentioned here. Again I will join them, and 0 0 satisfy this, so the region again above this or below this, whatever you say, but be careful that 0 0 and origin should be inside that region, and that defines this region is defined by the given arrows of the lines, and hence we can observe that 3x1 minus 2x2 less or equal to 6 defines a region above the line. How to plot x1 plus x2 greater or equal to 0? Again on the similar lines we take equality here. So when I take x1 equal to 0, x2 will be 0, x1 equal to 1, x2 equal to minus 1. So these are the 2 points of the line. I join them. There will be the line represented by x1 plus x2 equal to 0, and the area defined by greater or equal to 0 will be like this. Now let us try to understand what is the graphical method, how to really solve a problem using graphical method. As I briefed you that there are 2 methods, extreme point method and isoprofit line method. So first of all we take first example in which we try to solve the problem using extreme point method. So see, here our problem is minimization type. Objective function given is minimization type. 20x1 plus 10x2 is the objective function, and the constraint equations are here 1, 2, 3. You can observe from the slides. 3x1 plus x2 greater or equal to 30, x1 plus x2 greater less or equal to 40, 4x1 plus 3x2 greater or equal to 60, and non-negativity condition is there. Now friends, our first step will be we will try to draw the graph of all constraint equations one by one, first, second and third. Let us see one by one. So as we have already discussed how to draw the graph, again I am repeating here. In place of greater or equal to, we will take equality here, 3x1 plus x2 equal to 30. When I will take x1 equal to 0, I will get x2, and that is going to be 30. So one point is 0 30, another point will be similarly 10 0, and joining both of them I will get this line, and arrows are telling us that what is the region defined by the greater or equal to. So you can observe from the graph that the first constraint equation is plotted on the xy axis or x1 x2 axis, and these arrows are defining us the region. Similarly we will proceed for the second equation. We will again take equality here, draw the line on the x1 x2 axis, and observe the area defined by them. So friends, second line is like this when plotted, and the region below them, the region below this line is defined by less or equal to 40. Similarly I will go to third equation, 4x1 plus 3x2 greater or equal to 60. Again on the same lines I will draw it, and the third equation is defined like this. Now friends, you can observe the arrows of all the 3 lines. So line 1, 2, the region above line 1 is defined by first equation, the region below line 2 is defined by second equation, the region above 3 is defined by the third equation. Now out of all these 3 we will try to find out the common region, and that common region you can observe is like this, and this common region is known as feasible region. That is important to find out feasible region using all the constraint equations. Once feasible region is with us, now we are using extreme point method. So let us see the coordinate corners of this feasible region. So that is 1a, you can see, and A has coordinates 0 30. When I put x1 equal to 0 and x2 equal to 30 in the objective function 20x1 plus 10x2, I will get the value of z is equal to 300. On the similar way, I will proceed to another corner, call that B, and B has coordinates 0, 40, and the value of objective function z is equal to 400 at B. Similarly friends, we will go to another corner of the feasible region, call that C, and the coordinates of C are 40, 0, and the value of z at C is 800. Remember, we are using objective function for calculation of z, and the coordinates of all corners x1 and x2. So C is 800 at C. Similarly, we proceed to the next corner, that is D. That coordinates of D are 15, 0, and the value of objective function at the point D is 300. Next point with us is E, and E has coordinates 6, 12. On putting that in objective function, we will get the value of z is equal to 240. So please notice that the feasible region has 5 corners A, B, C, D, E, and we have the coordinates of them. If we don't have, we can find out the coordinates by solving the equations, corresponding equations. Now use those coordinates to calculate the value of objective function at each corner A, B, C, D, E. Now refer that our objective function is of minimization type. So out of all values of z available to us, select that one which has minimum value. So we can confirm here that at the point E, x1 equal to 6 and x2 equal to 12, we are getting minimum z is equal to 240, and that is our optimum solution. So see, our optimum solution is what? x1 is equal to 6, x2 equal to 12, and minimize z is equal to 240. So this is the extreme point method we are using here. Let us discuss more that in place of minimization, suppose I take maximization case. So what changes are going to be there? Friends, you can refer the method, you have already learned this. So all the processes are going to be remain same. In the similar manner, we have to obtain the constraint equation and feasible region. Only after tabulating the data, in place of minimum z, I have to select maximum z. So here you can notice for maximization kind, if the problem is, then C 40, 0 and z is equal to 800 could be the solution. Again, I remind you that I am talking about maximization z in the same problem. Then solution is going to be C 40, 0 and z will be 800. Friends, so this is our completion of the problem, that how the constraint equations are drawn, how the objective functions are calculated, and how we are obtaining minimize value of z or maximize value of z using extreme point method. Now let us take another example and try to solve by second method. Second method is isoprofit line method. So friends, let us take a simple example again, which has objective function of maximization type. It is 3x1 plus 5x2, and the constraint equations are again 3 here. 3x1 plus 2x2 less or equal to 18, x1 less or equal to 4, x2 less or equal to 6, x1 and x2 greater than or equal to 0, that is non-negativity condition. As we know that, we will draw the graph of this. So first we will draw the graph of first line 3x1 plus 2x2 by taking equality is equal to 18, and then taking the region, respective region, by taking less or equal to. So friends, this is the region and line defined by first constraint equation 3x1 plus 2x2 less or equal to 18. x1 is equal to 4 is represented as like this, and the region on the left of that line is defined by the second constraint equation. Similarly, we can draw x2 equal to 6, third constraint equation, and the region below that line will give us the feasible region. So friends, Now you can see the feasible region. If I wanted to use extreme point method, so you can observe that here again we are going to have 5 corners. We will calculate the coordinates and obtain the value of z out of all possible values. Wherever z is maximum, we will conclude as our answer. But here we wanted to solve this example using isoprofit line. So friends, we will make isoprofit line such that it represents 3x1 plus 5x2, means x intercept and y intercept are defined and they are 5 and 2. Then we will change the location of this line upwards having the same slope such that each touches corner. So see, z is equal to 15 is the line when I take z is equal to 15 means 3x1 plus 5x2 equal to 15, and if I take 3x1 plus 5x2 equal to 0, the line shown at the origin is defined by this. As the method says, we can move this line upwards with the same slope, so it will touch the prescribed and corner, you can observe, and that point the value of z is equal to 36. So this point 2 6, which has coordinate x1 equal to 2 and x2 equal to 6, and the value at this point is 36, is our final solution. So again I remind you that how we are doing. Friends, in the second method, means isoprofit line method, what we do, we obtain the feasible region in the similar manner, but in place of corners and their coordinates, we make a isoprofit line with the help of given objective function 3x1 plus 5x2. Keeping the slope same, we move this line upward in case of maximization and check that whether this line touches the feasible region at one corner, and that is 2 6 here, and its value is 36. In the similar manner, we can go for another problem. Here we take maximize z is equal to 3x1 plus 5x2 such that the constant equation 3x1 plus 2x2 is greater or equal to 18, x1 is less or equal to 4, x2 is less or equal to 6, x1 x2 is greater or equal to 0, non-negativity condition. So if we refer from the last example, we have changed the inequality in the constant equation 1. Let us see how it can be solved using the second method only. So friends, first of all we will draw the graph of all constant equation and try to find out the feasible region. So here the given equation is 3x1 plus 2x2 greater or equal to 18. So taking equality, we will draw the graph, and the region above is defined by the greater or equal to sign in equation 1. Similarly, we will take x1 equal to 4. Region on the left of line 2 is defined by this. Then we take x2 equal to 6, and region below x2 equal to 6 is defined by this. Again, try to find out the common region satisfying equation 1, 2 and 3. So by proper observation, we can see that this is the region defined by all the 3 constant equation and is going to be feasible region. Now again we will take the line 3x1 plus 5x2 equal to 15, having the slope as good as in objective function, and try to move this line upwards, and finally this will touch the given vertex as you can see from the graph, and this has coordinates, this has coordinate 4 6, and the value obtained of z will be 42 by putting x1 equal to 4 and x2 equal to 6. Again I remind the important point of this example, that we are finding out the feasible region, picking up the objective function line, isoprofit line, moving the isoprofit line upwards such that it touches the corner extreme point, and obtaining the coordinates of that, putting that in objective function, gives us the optimum solution. Another example, let us take in place of in equation 1, in place of less or equal to, greater or equal to, let us take equality. So let us see how the problem will be. Friends, on the similar lines, first of all we have to find out feasible region defined by equation 1, 2 and 3. We have already learned the equations and their lines and the regions shown by them. Friends, equation 1 is of equality type, so all the points on the line 1 will satisfy equation 1, not above, not below. Whereas by 2, equation 2 will represent the region on left hand side, and equation 3 will represent the region below third line. So let us try to find out the feasible region. Friends, you can see that here feasible region will be as shown by blue color on the graph on the line only. So if we take z is equal to 15 as isoprofit line and move it upwards, then it will touch the corner in this manner and it has coordinate 2, 6, and we will get z maximum is equal to 36. Now friends, let us see different kind of solution and their graphical observation. For example, alternative optimal solution, unbounded solution, etc. So friends, you can see that suppose we have 3 lines, they are denoted by 1, 2 and 3. We can find out the feasible region as you can see. Now this is the isoprofit line, you can observe in red color. If I move it further upward, then you will observe that it is coinciding with the equation 1, the line 1, and these corners are satisfying the equation 1 and going to give us the maximum or minimum value of z. So friends, you can see that in such case we are going to get 2 solutions denoted by these 2 circles. Not only that, all the points lying on this line segment joining these 2 points will satisfy our constraint equations as well as give us the optimum value of the z. So here in this case, by graphical observation we conclude